Hey, we're here with Michael and Jessica from the phenomenal YouTube channel, Grimm Life Collective. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
How are you? You enjoying the day?
Sure, you can say that. I'm not the biggest horror fan, so I have been trembling this entire time.
What about Halloween? You like Halloween?
Nope. Sure.
What?
I'll make it.
I saw the Ghostbusters and got excited. How about that? Does that work?
Enough. That's good. It's good.
Yeah?
That's good.
Because now, at least I know who I'm going to call, right? So, but I know my buddy Gio, huge Halloween fan, and I know he has some questions for you.
Okay.
So what got you guys started on YouTube channel? Like, what made you guys want to be able to start this career and continue it forward? Like, what made you guys, like, click that moment? Like, what was the moment that made you guys realize, yeah, this is what I want to do?
So, I grew up loving horror. I used to write short stories, like short horror stories all the time.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, my butt, it was probably about 15 years ago, I was homeless living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, delivering pizza for a Russian family. Very specific, strangely specific, I know, right?
Yeah.
And I was living out of my car, delivering food, and night after night, I kept seeing families sitting in front of the TV, watching the same shows over and over, eating pizza, some of them ordering the same pizza night after night. And I was like, damn, why?
Yeah.
I wanted to create something. Ultimately, I wanted to get out and explore. And I loved horror, and it just kind of melded together.
It became one thing.
Right? And then today, we're all about families getting out and exploring together. So it's kind of evolved into this multi-layered experience of the Grimm Life Collective,
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course.
And I heard, like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm learning about you guys on the fly, but I heard that you guys travel everywhere.
We do.
To all the places that I would never want to go to. Like your 2-hour haunted... Why would you do that?
You're talking about the haunted overload?
Yeah, 2 hours is an overload. So what are one of your favorite locations, like your top 2 or 3 that you've been to?
Ooh, well, we'll give you 2. I'll give you 1, and then Jessica will give you 1.
You go first, because
Mine?
I don't know which one yours is.
It might be the same one. So, growing up liking horror, have you ever seen the movie Pet Sematary?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, I love it.
You need to watch it.
I know what it is. I've seen the trailer, yes.
It's a family movie about a family with pets.
We redid it.
Yeah.
We got a remake of the original.
But the original Pet Sematary movie, based off of Stephen
Miko
King's
Hughes,
book.
Who is here?
Yeah, Miko uses over there. He plays Little Gage.
Oh, yeah. You thought that
We went to the filming locations to Pet Sematary in Maine, and we had to hike in the rain, sometimes for miles, to get to certain places. And I'm telling you what, it was the most breathtaking scenery I've ever seen in my life, and we were able to capture it.
That's amazing.
So I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's amazing. I can only imagine that. Oh, man, that's amazing.
What
What
about
about you?
Jinx?
Hey.
Now you can't talk.
Jinx, you owe me.
Done.
It's hard for me to separate it because this past year was my first time getting to experience the Eastern Seaboard during autumn, which is the perfect New England weather Halloween experience. And we hit Sleepy Hollow, Salem, and then Maine.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I laughed, I cried, I was overjoyed, and it's a toss-up between the Salem Night Fair and Sleepy Hollow, or then Haunted Overload, which I include in Salem.
He actually enjoys your beat.
Oh, that's so hard to choose. I'm going to go with Salem, because if I had to choose for people to go visit, there's more to do, in my opinion, in Salem, especially with the Salem Night Fair put on by...
The Black Veil Tattoo.
The Black Veil Tattoo Parlor.
There's a tattoo shop in Salem, Massachusetts called the Black Veil Tattoo. It's run by 2 identical twin brothers, Ryan and Matt Murray. And they're amazing. And when we were up in Salem, that was for the entire month of October, we were traveling the Eastern Seaboard, and their night fair that they put on is what screamed Halloween to us.
Just outstanding.
Yeah.
The imagery with collaborations from local designers and local shops, and you just wanted to be there all night, even though you're freezing to death. We were there for at least 4 hours, and it was still going on, and I was like, I need to eat though, so I gotta go. But I would have stayed all night until it closed. Just hanging out, you know.
That's incredible.
And then just outside of Salem is Haunted Overload, which is another massive experience that you could do daytime or nighttime, and it's experience to do with a lot of little things to like. So Salem was a big experience for me.
What do you guys make the Northeast so creepy?
Wait, why do we make it?
No, why do you guys think it's so creepy? Like,
The history. I mean, everybody knows the Salem witch trials. I mean,
sadly,
that's one
yes.
of the earliest things that you think of. Yeah, sadly, yes. You know what
Witches,
happened there.
yeah.
But you know, dating as far back, witches are the imagery of the witch is in every American household when it comes to Halloween. The witch hat, you know, the cackle, the cauldron, the candy from the
Pumpkins.
cauldron. And I think that's it. You know,
Yeah.
the fallen leaves, the changing, you know, everything dying.
yeah.
That
And then
almost every like Halloween time film, like if a film takes place in Halloween, they make it look like it's happening on the Eastern Seaboard
Yeah.
in New England, Hocus Pocus, Halloween, etc. And it doesn't let down. It doesn't disappoint. It really has that feeling of I better protect myself when I go walking out alone down this path in the woods. You know, like it feels like anything could happen. It's very spooky feeling, very magical.
Have you been to Colorado? I want to say it's the Colorado Springs area.
I have not. We have not.
Yeah.
I went, I want to say about in September. So it was real nice. You know, Colorado's amazing, you know, the atmosphere, the environment. But we went to this downtown area looking for food one night. I just felt weird. I didn't know why.
Was
I'm
it
like,
old?
yeah, it was like an old town, but
Okay.
it still has some,
Yeah.
some life to it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't find out until maybe 2 months later. I did a wedding, and after we were all chilling, eating In and Out, and this lady said she's from Colorado. I'm like, oh, we started talking, and she said, yeah, did you guys visit Colorado Springs? So, yeah. I'm like, we was like real weird now. Just like, oh yeah, that's a witch town. I was like, I was shook. I was like, that's why. I felt. I'm like, it feels so like,
Creepy?
yeah. It just felt, but I didn't know why. I'm like, I'm tripping.
Electrical.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah, like you could feel the kinetic energy on those a little
Yeah,
bit.
y'all might want to check that out.
We will.
Yeah, because
Sounds like my kind of time.
yes, exactly. I was so scared.
I'm standing on one side over here, somebody who loves horror and wants to be in the spookiness. And this person over here who does not love horror and who's like, keep it away from me. I'm like,
I
I'm
just want to
torn.
hug you so bad, like make you feel better.
It's okay, like you know.
He was tearing up earlier.
I was jumped by like 10 people in costumes, but you know it's all good. I will try to forget this day for the rest of my life. It's okay.
Right.
And last question, close out. For someone starting a YouTube channel,
Okay.
for someone that's trying to get into this world of making their own content and they're, you know, that's watching you guys trying to be inspired, because a lot of people out here are on that path, what kind of inspiration or motivation or encouragement you can give to them?
Always,
This question a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Always be yourself. There's so many other people out there who are doing exactly what you're doing. Just always be yourself. Let your personality shine through. And the other thing is, it doesn't matter what you're telling your story on, what camera, what microphone, as long as you're telling a story. That's
You
it.
can always upgrade your equipment with time.
Yeah.
We did. You know, we started out on our phones, on our iPhones. And
The hardest thing for people to do is to put themselves out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
So the first step is just telling a story. And if you can do that, you've already made leaps and bounds.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your CreepIE Con 2022. I'm ready to go.
Nah, you would stay here for bro.
I think they're putting you in the closet. Just going to keep you in the closet.
I hope not. We'll see you guys next.